born as a prodigy, I know what I gotta be. There's no stopping me, I can't stop myself. I'm from the bottom, so I even shock myself. June 88, I was in the hood then.
Hey, what's up? I'm Nisha. I'm here with the soon-to-be legendary, yes, I mean soon-to-be legendary, Kris Kasanova. He just dropped his debut mixtape, The Long Way Home. He probably doesn't want to call it a mixtape. He probably wants to call it an EP. But his debut project dropped, The Long Way Home, and we're going to talk to him about how he got started and what he has up his sleeve for the future and how he plans to differentiate himself amongst all the rappers that are out there today. What's your earliest memory of music?
I mean, the earliest memory of music for me probably like my grandfather, like cooking for all of us, like his grandchildren or whatever. And just like listening to like OJs and stuff like that, like stuff that's like capturing time, just real old school kind of stuff.
Staring at the wall, looking at the family pictures, thinking how we used to be, it start to make me miss her. See, I love the lover, she hate the love me shit. I hate haters, so does that make me a hypocrite?
My stepfather was a rapper as well. Yeah, he did a couple of songs like Mary J when I was younger.
Yeah.
And the love started there.
Yeah. So it's very much rooted in old school music.
I'm gonna say that.
Okay. So when did you discover that you had a talent for music? You mentioned your stepfather is a rapper. You used to go to the studio with him when you were a kid, right? Yeah. So when did you discover that you had a talent?
I want to say that it had to be like after high school when I had to like really pick up and be like, yeah, I could really do this.
It was after high school.
Yeah.
So how old are you now? You're 22 now.
Yeah.
And you started then when you were like 18?
Yeah, I'll say that. Like, taking it seriously. Yeah, I had to be 18.
And so it's been literally a long journey, and the name of the title of the project is The Long Way Home.
Right.
So could you kind of explain a little bit the process of how this project came?
The long way home in itself is supposed to mean just going through so much like trials and tribulations to basically get to, I want to say, a comfort zone.
Same shit every day, we all struggle. Making ears meet to my ears meet. And I'm sick of speak shit, I'm trying to get past it.
Born in the city where the sun don't rise. Feet on the ground and my hands to the sky. Holding hands only keep my eyes on the prize. So I gotta make this up, I'm gonna make it.
Home is just supposed to be that. Then later on it turns into becoming, before you die, you actually have to like leave like a legacy behind you, you know what I mean? So everything that you've done up until that point, what does it all mean, you know what I mean? So yeah, like The Long Way Home is just basically what I've gone through. It's a great introduction to like just who I am, to show like all sides of me, humor, just laid back, you know what I mean, like cool side, having fun, you know what I mean, and the serious sides as well.
Yes. And this is the most personal that you've been with any of your songs that have come out.
Right.
I mean, you tell a lot of compelling stories and stories from, you know, things that you see around you, but they're not yours. They weren't your stories until now. So can you tell us a little bit about where you grew up and how was it for you growing up?
I'm from Brooklyn, Brooklyn Projects. So I mean, for the most part, I had like a real good supporting cast with like family. Like my father used to sell drugs. My mom was always the same, and they just tried to keep me from that. You know what I mean? Put me around like, you know, keep my like cousins and family and friends like that. Like really like. So as a result, just seeing things still, like you can't be held from it. I still walk through like from the front to the back and just seeing like, oh, my friends still selling drugs or people on drugs or like it's just a struggle that they have to go through.
My grandma said, Kris, please come back to God. Go and get a job, I just nod and I tell them, it's okay. It's okay. It's alright, it's okay, it's okay. It's alright. I swear I'm gonna make it one day.
So as a result, like that pain of just seeing people in a depression like that, it just like came out through my music. At the same time, like I was saying, speaking about it before, my grandmother moved from down south, moved to Red Hook. My moms, my uncles, everybody was raised there. I mean, I am. I got a son now. So as a result, like I don't want it to be where we just comfortable. I want it to be where, you know, we graduate from that. People get so like comfortable with just being, we in the projects, it's low rent, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta pay for heat or water, like we straight, like we made it, you know what I mean? I want it to be where, yo, we graduate from that, you know, take everybody out with me. You know what I mean? Just live like a how you supposed to.
Yeah.
I know we'll make it out of here, I swear it. My son who's in his parents. Before I start to perish, I give him something to share. And in every, not just a portion, ain't so a fortune. Make my mama proud, she ain't never got that abortion, I swear. My mouth to God is, we gon' bring up out of there. And the live disappear, people think cause we gone. You know we've been the book for too long. I know that we be calling it home. Making it strong, but it's time to move on. And when I go, you come there with me.
You know what I mean?
And then you feel pressure from your fans and your peers probably too, because you are so good. You're not like, you know, the typical, oh, I'm out here, I'm trying to rap. You actually have like a spark, a talent. Like, I feel like I discovered you almost because when I first saw you perform, I'm like, who is this kid?
Yeah,
I never heard of him.
Right?
Yeah, this was 2006, and you said you reached out to me on MySpace.
Yeah.
It's like a million rappers on MySpace. So I was just like, whatever, no, okay. But then when I saw you perform, it's just like you light up the stage when you perform. So kind of how did that come to you? How did that develop? That's crazy.
Like you said, like from it being like way back, I just take it as steps to get to where I am now. I really feel like, I mean, when I dropped it November 30th, that was like my start, like my first footprint in the scene. Everything before that was just to build me up to this point, to where people can really like look at me and expect like consistency, and keep things moving to just like, you know, keep building up good music. Lifestyle was like, yo, I'm popping champagne and I got like the flyers whip and I buy all this. It's a lot more people that's just average. That's like, yo, you need something for us as well. You know what I mean? Like just real stuff. It's like,
how about production wise and just sound wise? How do you sound and what is the goal of that sound?
I've been like lucky enough to like work with my boy Ibby for the whole project. So like along with things coming from my heart, or like live instrumentation, which played like a real big part, like just to bring out that raw feeling, that like real, like heartfelt feeling. I think that was very important.
I thought that it was just high. That's when you gave me a hell of a night. When you took off all of your clothes.
You can't say you came from the havens. I was caveman, you set me free. You were my key, nothing less than amazing. On my heart is what your name was engraved in. So beautiful and classy. You got my heart, girl, no gives and backseats. You on parole, got tats on your ass cheeks. And still I'ma do anything you ask me.
And especially from listening to like old school stuff where that's all they did. It wasn't no beat machines. Like they had to actually play it. I'm like, you know, on my other album.
You think so? Is that how you would describe yourself?
I say that. I say like a few people.
So how would you describe yourself? Because, you know, with new artists, people are always quick to compare them to somebody.
Right.
And you've gotten a whole list of comparisons from Jay-Z to now J. Cole, whatever. How would you describe yourself and how do you differentiate yourself from those people that people compare you to?
What makes me different is just where I'm from. Jay's not from Red Hook. Cole is from North Carolina. So my stories are just it comes easy to me just because I can paint pictures of just places that I've been before, or from what I've seen, or having close friends that let me into their world as well, and I can tell their story as well.
Born in the city where the sun don't rise, feet on the ground, hit my head to the sky. My old man told me keep my eyes on the prize. I gotta make it, I'm gonna make it.
Do you even want to get signed? Because a lot of artists now, they talk about they don't even want to deal. They kind of want to do it on their own.
I want to see exactly how far I can go by myself before I move it out. Like, I don't want them to put a price tag on me. I want to be able to call like my own shots and basically pick what I think I'm worth. You know what I mean?
So the end of the year, where are you gonna be?
Another project is out. Hopefully, putting out an album by then. Just a household name. I want to be when you think of New York, when you think of Brooklyn, like you gotta think of me.
So is there anything else you want to add? You want to let us in on about your project and who you are as a rapper?
Well, you can expect the extended version for The Long Way Home to come out soon, hopefully in March, I would say. We got a couple of shows that's going to be crazy. We're going to do like a lot for, like, you know, New York, do a lot of shows here.
you have to see this man perform. Like, if anything, if any artist you see this year, you have to see him perform, because one day you're going to be able to get a ticket to see his show. So thank you so much for talking to us, and we will definitely be on the lookout for all of your new projects.
Go to, he's in the waves, then in the morning on your breath smells like Alice